Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you may be watching this. This is the new year, so it's time to get it together. So you see me on here looking crazy, but guess what? I decided to start the new year off right and get myself together. You see how I have been got really grayed over the last year. Is more gray in the front, and my hair has been really tangled like for the last few months because of the situation that I've been in. I hadn't been able to care for myself properly, or didn't look to see what I could do. So I just want to start the year off like symbolic detangling. So I'm gonna put a color in it. So I've been had this for a while. This is Revlon Tone Glossing Care. So I'm gonna work with what I got, and that is my theme for the year. Work what I got used was in my hands. This is all I have right now. It's not in my pocket right now to go get my hair professionally colored at the salon. So I do what I gotta do, but that's going to change. Don't get me wrong, but at this point today, I need to take action. I'm tired of walking around looking crazy. I've been just pulling my hair back and just really not caring for myself properly because I've been in survival mode, just trying to get through it. So join me as I get myself together a little bit for what I can do today. I'm just doing it one step at a time. You're gonna watch me color my hair and just groom myself some. I am going to speed it up so that you're not bored.
Speak life, speak hope, even in the waiting.
So, thank you so much for watching Monee's Faith Journey. Monee speaks life, because that's what I do. And if you are new to the channel, I want to thank you so much for joining me. And once you consider subscribing, I am an empowerment coach, and my job is to encourage people, exhort you, and I have a gift that if I can help you bring things out of you. Sometimes we are gifted in something that don't really help us that much, but it is for other people. So it's a gift to serve. So today, the video a little bit all over the place. It's just me wanting to get a start. It's not super edited. I have to do a little edit to put it together, put the clips together of the video. But it's more or less me just saying, pushing the start button on my life instead of just always paused and waiting until it get better. I just decided that I'm going to take you all along on a journey, and then I'll be able to offer life experiences of what I have went through. Some of you can relate, and others, you may be going into a situation similar and you need somebody to help talk you through it. I am a pretty open book. I have been taught to kind of be quiet and not tell my business and be ashamed of what I'm going through, but I have learned by watching other creators and different people and just knowing what I like. People like people to be authentic, and that's really my aim, is just because I know that my story is not just for me. Like, I went through it and suffered through it. Okay, so now let me go ahead and prep my hair for the color. It's, like I said, very tangled. I do have this hair texturizer that's supposed to detangle as well, that I picked up from the Dollar Tree VO5 hair texturizing treatment. So after I get through, I am going to use that. So it may not be perfect, but I figure that as long as it's like good enough, and I can always fix it or go to the shop once I start working and I started working my job in February, beginning of February. So I'll start going to the salon and get my hair done better. But for right now, I'm tired of looking at this gray in the top, and that's just goes to show us that all that stressing about things that we cannot change, or it ages us, and I didn't know I was stressing, but I think too, like my situation, I normally would wet this to go through it, because my hair, once it's wet, it's so much easier to comb through it, but I don't think you're supposed to wet it before you do the perm. The color, I don't know, I might be tripping, but anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? Shoot. I already found somebody. Well, he found me. He saw me walking like in the summertime when I was doing laundry, and he gave me his card, and a beautician, this guy, and I'm definitely gonna go to him, because that is one of the things that I need to take care of, is like self-care. Take care of myself. I'll be so busy taking care of everything else. Take care of myself. Don't ever let myself go like that. None of us should. We just gotta, like I say, do the best that we can with what we already have, and quit waiting on it to get better, and then gotta start now. And I feel like I was saying at the beginning, I feel like detangling my hair is really symbolic, though a woman's hair is her glory. It's symbolic of detangling myself from all of the things that I have been tied up and tangled up in my life, all of the things from my past, all of the things that the old belief systems. And it's like, as I'm detangling my hair, I'm detangling from all of that mess, the things that have held me back and everything. And that's what I think. That's why I really wanted to do it at the beginning. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I wanted to do it in the new year. Just don't start off this year like this, and don't end it like this either, ever again, no matter what I'm going through. And I just kind of I didn't even write nothing down or have an outline to talk about. I just know I needed to start recording again, because I owe it to somebody to share my experiences and to offer my gift of exhortation and counsel and coaching to people. I can't keep waiting, because you guess what? Waiting has got me. I've been waiting for it to get better, and all it has got me is to another year without me stepping into what God has for me to do. And what I've learned about myself, some of the lessons I have learned in 2025, some of the things that I have went through. I'll just start a little recap. So, January, I was living in Colorado Springs. January 2025, on the verge of eviction. I thought, and this is the way I ended the year in 2024, going into 2025. I was looking for a church home. I had missed it so much of being a part of a local body, so I ended up finding this church, and I did join it. And I thought this was like, because even though we were ready to leave, actually, let me just stop this here. Some of the life lessons that I have had to learn in 2025, that's really what I wanted to talk about today. So, it started like mostly in 2024, the mid of 2024, especially December, around November, December. I was in Colorado Springs, and I knew that we wanted to leave because we only stayed there for like a year. We never was supposed to even stay there for that long. But we ended up staying there, my daughter and I and my son. And me and my daughter, she's an adult too, we both knew that we wanted to leave there because that just was not the place for us. It's beautiful. but it was just not fitting for us. Like our spirit, it just never aligned. So anyway, we had knew that month prior to December, but we kept dragging our feet and not making a decision, and then ended up I found, like, one of the desires that I really had was to have a church home, right? So be careful with things, because the devil know your desires too. He will play something that seems like it's God. So I ended up finding a church there that I saw on Facebook, and I went, and I thought, from the first time I went, I thought this was just it. He was like powerful. He was speaking a word, prophesying, and it just felt just like, yes, I did, like, okay, this gotta be what God wants, even though I don't want to stay here. Like, sometimes I know God will put you somewhere or have you do something you don't want to do. So I thought that was assignment and alignment. So I was excited about that. Like, okay, I finally found what He wanted me to do. I thought He wanted to have me come there. I knew it wasn't going to be forever, but I thought to get me together, have me to serve, and then launch me. Boy, let me tell you. Now, it was some good things that happened from there. I learned the discipline, things that I had never done before. Being able to fast, like, with no food at all for days at a time, no food. I had never done that before. And I got rebaptized, even though they wanted me to do it for religious purposes. I did it because of God told me to do it, like, basically, because I wasn't going to do it because I'm the type that's to be defiant. It's just something that I don't believe in, or the way that somebody trying to do it. I'm always the why. I gotta know, why am I doing something? I don't just follow the crowd. So I did it because God said, you have had some dirt. Although I have been baptized 3 times already. You have had some dirt in between. It's just about renewal. You're renewing your relationship with me and recommitting. So I did it, and I felt just like I was a bride. I got baptized in a white dress, and I just felt like I was just the bride of Christ. Like I was just, reviving. It was just a holy moment of purification, repurification. So anyway, I'm thinking everything well, and I was going and praying. I was leading a prayer every Sunday. And I thought this is what I'm supposed to do, but then slowly but surely I just started, and really not slowly, but quickly but surely, I started seeing things that just didn't align with my beliefs, and it was more religion, even though it was, nice, good sometimes, but I ended up leaving after a while. Like, I stayed maybe a good month and a half. So, and this is leading up to what I'm trying to say. So I knew that we was having difficulties with rent already, but I thought I was doing the right thing by staying and going to the church, because initially we were going to leave before we could get any eviction on my son's name, but we ended up staying because, like I said, I thought God was going to work it out, because I thought that I was moving in purpose. So, shocking and surprising to me, when the eviction paperwork come through, I'm still having the faith, like, okay, it's going to work out. It happens in January. They, like, instead of things working out and me being able to get time and things move forward, because usually I'll be able to fix it and research and do things and file motions, but they did it so quick before I could even. It was like they did something to move the judgment along. It was just done. It was like, oh, we gotta move. God still gave us time, though, because the sheriff never came, because I did not know what we were going to do or where. And I was just so sad that happened in my son's name, because I was just like so regretful. Like, I wish I would have never even moved out here as we came, because that seemed like the easiest thing to do. My son was in Colorado already, because we all left from Texas and went to Colorado. He liked it. He liked Colorado when my daughter didn't. And we came because it seemed the easiest. Like, okay, we can get a place in his name, because he had never had nothing. But if I would have known that, like, less than 6 months later we would be going to have to get evicted, then I wouldn't have ever did that. I wouldn't. And that's like something that can be fixed with finances and making arrangements, but it's still, that was just so devastating for me for that to happen. So then we still, that happened. I think finally moved out here in February. And we waited to like the last minute. Still very, very confused. So we went to an Airbnb and stayed there for a while. Then my son went to my brother's. So I was like, me and my daughter still just like bouncing, went to some Airbnb. So we stayed there for a while. And just making the money to pay for that, still just dragging, not knowing what to do, just still confusing. And then I ended up, getting a job and worked that for a little bit. I was still doing DoorDash and I still had my car and everything like that. So I ended up being able to get like a little settlement, but I didn't get it. It took a little while for me to get it. So one of the lessons that God delivered me and showed me was like how to not be desperate when I have a financial crisis, or like how not to be so stressed and like, oh, I need it so bad, and just that's all I can do and think about. Like he delivered me through that because I had to wait for a little bit for the money that was coming, and I knew like I had a car note that was in default, and I was just so scared they was gonna take it away. And then I'm like, God, we need a home and all of this and that. And I was just thinking like, I gotta pray so desperately, but He delivered me through that. So we ended up going to. No, actually, what did we do? Okay, no, we did. We left and went to Texas for like a month, and stayed with my niece and her mother for a little bit down there. And then I had a job before I left. And it was gonna start in like June or no, April. So I knew we had to come back. I didn't want to, but I might be getting it a little mixed up. But somehow, okay, so we went first for like a month, then we ended up going back to Colorado. Yeah, because I didn't have the money when we first went to Texas. I didn't have the settlement. So we went back again because there was a little bit of going back and forth. Like, well, I don't know what to do. So we go back. I got a job when we went back. The job was going to start in April or May. I think it was April. So then I had to go to Texas to pick up my check, or I wanted to. I got it sent to because they were sending the check. The insurance company was saying it had to be mailed. So I went because that's what I wanted to do. I feel like that was the thing to do. And then some things he learned me, like I said, not to be desperate, because the check was $10K. I paid $500 to cash it at PLS because I felt like, oh, I need this right now. I gotta have it because I gotta pay for this car note, and we need a place to stay. We still ended up staying in the car that night because we didn't want to. Oh no, we stayed in the car because there weren't no availabilities at the hotel in Texas that we like to stay at. We don't like to just stay anywhere. And it wasn't, and it's slamming with the Airbnb. So we ended up still staying in the car that night. And I did pay the car note and took care of all this business that I feel like I had to do so bad. And then I found an Airbnb because we still was kind of like, what should we do? And then I found one because it was at Easter time. So yeah, it was April, or March, whenever Easter was. We was there for Easter. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, we might as well just stay. We can stay for a week and just, because I really had wanted to travel. When I got the money, I said, I'm going to travel. I didn't intend to travel the way I did, but that's what I had said. I was going to pay the bills and I was going to travel with it. Boy, I tell you, I wasted money. Now, I took care of business, but I stayed in an Airbnb for the week. I wasn't trying to get no place, even though I was homeless. Like, I was just so tired of going through that, of getting a place, doing what I gotta do, rigging paperwork to get in there, and then after a while, just not being able to pay the rent. I was just tired of that. I'm so over it. So I was planning on like traveling, but I didn't want to be homeless while I was doing that. I planned to be able to like pay my way, but money dwindles fast, I'm telling you. And one of the biggest regrets that I had with that is just like not making it grow. Like I had a plan to go get business stuff in California, but by the time I got through spending, I didn't even have it to do it anymore. So that's why we ended up going back to California. To Colorado is because I was getting my job was gonna start, and I felt like our plan was okay. We might as well go on there now because I do have a for sure income to replenish the income, and we can do that, and then move and get a place and da 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 da. Okay, so that was the plan going back to Colorado, but still, my plan was still didn't work. I was in hotel, extended stay, paying that, scraping up to get that done, DoorDash, and it just never happened. Getting enough to get ahead. So we ended up owing that hotel like $800, leaving from there, and then I still was confused when I left there. I left there, and because I was still confused, I'm like, okay, should we go here? Should we go there? I was like, okay, and I just went to Denver for the time being because I just didn't know where else I should go for sure. Because I know that I'm believing God to tell me, show me what to do, but I'm supposed to be doing my hair, y'all. And this is how I am when I'm on the phone or anything. I just because I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna talk, but I'm gonna keep trying to move. I need to get this done. But so we went there to Denver. We found we stayed in the car, so basically we stayed in the car for like 6 months, but not all the time in Denver. We stayed in Denver. I was doing some door dashing and like looking into housing, shelters and things like that. And one day I was just like, I gotta make a move. Like I got to do something, and I was like always talking about going back to California because we stayed in Sacramento back in 2001 to 2004 for like 2.5 years, and I left before the time frame that God told me to leave. So I always wondered, like, okay, am I supposed to go back? And so that's always had been on my mind. Although I had tried to attempted to move to Los Angeles a few times, and that's really never worked out. But I still thought maybe I'll try it, and it was always, the dream place. So that was my goal. My thing. I said, well, let's just go, because like it's no time like the purple. We don't have anything to lose. So one of the days I just was like, let's just go when I had enough money, and we just left. So I was like, if anything, we can at least, because we stayed in Vegas for 4 months as well in 2016. That was after my failed attempt to try to move to California again. And then we went there because the rent was cheaper. I was like, maybe we can go there. We can get like housing to be cheaper, even if we get in temporary housing. It's cheaper there, and da 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 da. So that's what I thought. So that's where we headed out to. We didn't know if we would go to Arizona or Vegas. But I started off with what I knew for sure was Vegas. I had visited Arizona, but not like stayed here. So we went, and we knew like within a day and a half, like, oh no, we can't. Like, no, this ain't it. This is different. So then I was confused. Should I go to Arizona or Los Angeles? Los Angeles was calling me. I just kept seeing the sign, Los Angeles, but I still went the safer way route and went to Arizona first. But it was just sizzling hot because I was in the summer, so I was like, oh no. And so then we stayed probably for a couple of days. We got Airbnb, like we tried to tough it out in the car. We had to drive farther out sometime to stay in the cooler parts in Flagstaff. But it was just miserably hot. So I ended up driving to California, and we were just like, let's just go, because we don't know until we try. No, what did happen from there was just instant relief with it was so much cooler, and I was grateful for that. But that's another lesson I'm not going to talk because it's already been, getting long on this. So, but that's another video I'll make about my experience of going to these different places in 2025. But the main thing I just wanted to talk about the lessons though. And that is one big lesson that I feel like God was really showing me is that you got to make movement. You got to make a decision. You got to give it to Him. If you don't hear Him, you feel like you're not hearing Him exactly tell you where you should go, what you should do. Like you can try to present some options, God. I would like to go here, here, or here. If you still feel like you're not getting the clarity, I'm talking about, and this is like if you're in a desperate, a crisis situation, like I was, like you living in a car, hotel, shit, like you got to make something happen because you don't have nothing to lose. I ain't talking about like if you just want to do something and you got a little stable situation going on. Like if you got to make a move when you ain't got nothing. So then you can kind of like, all right, well, let me just try this or this or that. So he's telling me like, quit being double-minded, quit being just like go, and he will show you as you go. He will, and he will show you by giving you opportunities when you get somewhere. If it's the place you're supposed to be, he will tell you. He has his different ways of showing you. And then two is like he showed me like not to be so dependent on stuff because I went through a lot. Like I said, I lost all of my belongings that I had in storage in Texas. All of the things that I had strived so hard to try to pay for when I got that 10K, I had got caught up with my storages that I had. Like all that stuff was like in danger of being sold to auction. I paid all of that, and sure enough, lost it. Everything. That's why I said if I could go back, I would have. Actually, one lesson I learned too is if you're moving, if you gotta put your stuff in storage when you move because you don't have nowhere else to stay, you might as well do a sell that stuff. If you low on money, if you got money like that, that's cool, and you might just be moving and traveling abroad. But I mean, if you're moving and you was like me, you don't have nowhere to go, you don't have no money, just sell everything that you can sell. Because I ended up losing anyway, and that's what was so painful. Not really that I just lost it, but the way I lost it. Because I would have rather sold it and make the money myself from it. I paid to have people move the stuff from that apartment I stayed in to the storage, and then I paid a year worth of storage fee. Like it's just painful. And then along with the stuff that was in there, you know. And then two, it's like, yeah, if you take a risk, like life is short. So it's like if it's something you've been saying you want to do and it's been on your bucket list, but you've been saying, oh, I can't do it because this and that, or what people gonna say, I would say try it. As long as it ain't nothing that's gonna hurt you or nobody else. If you wants to try it and do it, as long as it's do it. Do it. Don't live with regrets. Do it. Now it's the end of 2025. What happened was that I was in my vehicle, still staying in the car. We ended up coming back to Colorado. No, I keep saying the wrong states. Arizona. And we went to Texas and then we came here. We was deciding on if we don't go to Texas or here. So we came here first. Initially, I wanted to just leave again. Like, okay, no, I'm going back to Texas. But I just said, I'm just gonna stay. So it's just like, make a decision. That's what he was trying to show me. Make a decision and I'll help you. I'll bless you. So I just decided to stay here because I'm already here. I already drove here. I'm just staying for right now anyway and get stability. And he blessed me. Like, he blessed me to get a job. I got a job really, really quick, and it starts, like I said, in February. And then I found a place to stay. It's a roommate situation. And that's just temporary because I gotta start my work from home job. But it's still, he took me out of what I was in to a more stable situation. And that's what I've been striving for. That's what I was striving for the whole 2025. And he did it just like that. That's what he mean by, if you go, I'll show you. So I ain't where I need to be yet. I'm still, like I said, look at how I'm starting to get it together. I'm still, like, I lost my car like about a week after not even a week. Yeah, about a week after I got here to the roommate situation. Then my car got repossessed, and that was my way of making money. that was a hit, a big hit. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? But as I sit here today, I'm telling you what I know. God has never ever failed me. Like, he don't always do things the way I would want or hope, but he has never failed me. And he is going to provide because that's his job. He is a provider. That's what he loves to do. And he's going to provide for you too. You may find yourself in a crisis situation, crying, and you don't know how it's going to work out. But I'm just telling you that it's going to work. It's going to work out. Some things don't work the way we want. Sometimes we got to lose. That's what he was saying too. A lesson is just like letting go of weights, like things that be stressing and be so concerned about. Oh, I gotta pay my car. Oh, all my stuff. I gotta pay the storage. Like, he like, let it go. And he told me, I'm gonna replace it. Not the same stuff you had, but I'm going to pay you back. So he does not. He's not asleep on the fact that some of us have taken some devastating losses and things like that. But he's just requiring us to trust him. So he stripped me down there.
Where do I belong? I wanna know what I can't comprehend. Been watching and waiting on your hand to extend, trying to make sense of your plan. But I've been tossed, just drifting like the sand, back and forth. Lord, I've roamed so far, different states, still searching for where you are. Every road feels like a dead-end street. Every door's locked, no one to me. So I'm calling out from this wandering place. I need your mercy, I need your grace. Where do I belong, Lord? What do you see in me? Help me understand your heart and where you want me to be. I need your hand to guide me through the highs and the lows. Show me the way, Lord, so I can grow, so I can grow. Ooh. Every mile I've walked feels heavy and slow. I've been seeking your face, I've been needing to know, is this the season to stand or the time to move? I'm holding to faith with nothing to prove, but I feel the weight of this waiting game, and I'm clinging to the power in your name. So I'm calling out from this wandering place. I need your mercy, I need your grace. Where do I belong, Lord? What do you see in me? Yeah, help me understand your heart and where you want me to be. I need your hand to guide me through the highs and the lows. Show me the way, Lord, so I can go. I know you're the author, you're writing my days, even when I can't see.
So I finally got it all in after I ran my mouth. Let's just see how much easier once it get like damp or wet that it is to comb through it, because and you was peeping how difficult it was at first, but I was just like didn't want to really just wet it first. Let me know how y'all do y'all's in the comment. If you wait till you go to the shop or do you do your own. I know the salon was telling me, of course, like it's not good to use the box ones and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm at the age, I'm almost 50, and I'm starting to grade, especially if I have been under stress, and that's speeding it up, the grading process. So, and it's only on the crown of my head, like around the edges, it's not everywhere. So I gotta take care of that. If it was everywhere, I'll just like wait for a minute until I get my until I can go to the salon. Because your girl ain't, I know I ain't did it right. But I think it's still, hopefully it'll be cute because it's looking cute already. If y'all can see it. Like you can see it. Hopefully this come out at now. I'm gonna be red edges. But I have to make sure I got that part good because that's where the gray be at. The problem area. So this should just get me, this to get me through until I go get it professionally done and stuff like that. But the last time I did do some type of dye, I did it in the summer when we was in Vegas when I went to the Airbnb. And the lady gonna try to blame. Well, I did get a little of the stuff on her cabinet, but she gonna try to send a charge for like $300. Somebody ruined her cabinets. Girl, your cabinets was already messed up. You just trying to get extra money up out of me, and she ain't get nothing. She was so mad. I don't care. I tried to clean it, but her cabinets was jacked up. I'm telling you, but that don't mean I try to do nothing. So that's why I have been waiting too, because I didn't want to mess up nobody else's cabinet. But this, that color was like a more orange or like honey blonde color. This one is, like I said, a reddish one. And this was easier to come out because it did spill some in the sink and on the cabinet, but it came out so easy. So I don't know why that other one, it just would not come up. I have been waiting for nothing. I could have been put my dye in. And sometimes I just hadn't been like in the mood. I just like be pulling my hair back. And I had been staying in the car all that time. So I was just like, what do it matter? But it really do matter because even though I was staying in the car, I didn't want to be just looking like what I'm going through. Like I'm pretty much an open book. But when I present myself, I want to be business oriented looking when I go, because I'm door dashing and stuff. So I want to be just looking like a bomb. Well, you know, and no disrespect. I just didn't want to look. I want it to be, you know, looking decent and presentable. I'll just say that because I don't try to disrespect nobody. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, you know, be trying to comb through it a little bit still, even though I know that, you know, I'm getting some hair loss like that. But it still got to be cut anyway. I had cut through some of it because it was just, not today, but a while ago, like a few months, because it was just so tangled and then shedding so bad. My goodness. I know I need to go to the doctor and see if I need any kind of hormone, because I haven't even been to the doctor in a while, and I'm going through the premenopausal and stuff, so I need to know if there's anything that I need, nutrients, vitamins, anything I need. And I've been like, ever since I started going through it, like I don't have my cycle as like I used to. It only come like quarterly now, which is cool, but then the only thing I just don't be knowing when it's coming. So, and it looked like somebody slapped me right here. And I had, I've been natural for about 10 years, but the only thing with that is just like, I don't know how to do no hair anyway, though. So, it's just, sometimes it can be hard to manage, so I just do like I used to do the wet and go. My hair was so cute. I'm gonna try to insert a picture. It was like short and red. When I first did the big chop, it was really cute, and it was so much easier to take care of because like I said, I was working. I just get in the shower, wash it, or wet it. Not even wash it all the time. Wet it, but I did wash it more often and put some my little supplies in it. But leave-in and all that, it'd be good to go. I didn't do no special styles or nothing, and it was just really pretty. So, ooh. Alright, so that did a lot better this time, just getting it like detangled. So now I'm just gonna wait for the amount of time it say, and then I'm gonna wash it out, get dressed, and then I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna finish recording and talk to y'all a little bit more. See you soon. Okay, y'all, so I finally made it outside. This is the finished product. I finished up my hair, made something to eat, and all of that. And I just wanted to get outside. I try to go outside every day. It is like after 4 o'clock now in Arizona. So it'll be getting dark pretty soon, but still nice though. Just try to get out and get some fresh air. And that's been really refreshing to get back to that, because I had went for so long without a car before, and I was just starting to walk again because I gotta lose weight anyway. So that part I'm not actually mad at. It's just, and I'm not mad, it's just more like when I lost my car this time, it was right after we moved in with the roommate situation, which was supposed to be an Airbnb for a couple of days, and then she told me she was looking for a roommate, so that worked out. So December was cool. The car got gone in December, but we only had to pay for the last 2 weeks of December. But then it was like, when the payment for January came up, I hadn't been able to work. I start my job in February, and I've just been really praying if I can help somebody else to go through it better, then I really want to do that. Instead of just I've been like a lot of us, we try to wait until the perfect time when we get it together, everything is aesthetically pleasing, then we can come. But I'm taking y'all from the first day. It hasn't been that long, but the first day of the journey, I'm gonna be taking y'all through my weight loss journey. I have already lost some weight, don't get me wrong, but taking y'all through my trials and tribulation, my content journey, everything. I just don't want to be like I was and allow the enemy, the devil, to try to keep me stagnated, to keep my mouth on mute. Now, this channel definitely is not new. I have started off in all over the place. Really, I started off with just I thought it was gonna be a kids animation channel, and then I quickly got confused. So I know a lot of the people that joined and subscribed to the channel was subscribed probably because of a video that they liked, and then I ended up looking at analytics and getting advice from video makers and what the audience was liking, and so I kept switching it around until I kind of messed up the channel for a moment. So now I'm just like, okay, I'm just Mene, and it's going to be kind of a hub of the different aspects of my life. One, for coaching and life things, of real talk, and then of course a segment, because I do love playing around with AI and learning to make animations and music, and then a segment from there. But everything is always pointed back to encouragement, to empower somebody, because people need that. It's because of people like me that have been in better spaces in their life that I have stumbled across that has helped me along the way. So I know it's my duty to give that back to somebody, and to not keep allowing circumstances to stop me, because somebody deserves to know that although you might be sleeping in a vehicle or under a bridge or in a homeless shelter or on somebody's floor or a couch, that it's gonna be all right. Like that, your story doesn't stop there. That's just a little chapter in your book, and that's
a part that makes you resilient. When you come out on the other side, it makes you more interesting because you have something to talk about other than everything just being super great all your life. You never had a problem to solve. That would be so boring if we just never had a problem to solve. Of course, we don't want those problems, so the goal is to learn from it at a certain point where we're not going through exactly the same things, and hopefully a lot of the problems that we solve can start once we learn our lessons and whatever we got to get through, then we can solve problems for other people, you know. But the higher we go in life, it's always going to be something that we have to overcome. And that's good, because I think that just keeps our blood moving, our blood flowing. And I'm just giving you an example of somebody starting. I could have waited and tried to get so scripted and get ChatGPT to make me outline for this video. Now, some videos I am going to be doing that because I want to make sure that I am getting the content out that needs to be shared, because when I free flow like this, I usually miss majority of what I or a lot of what I intended to talk about. But hopefully something still sticks with you all and just resonates with you. And I hope that you will stick with me on this journey. I hope that if you're not subscribed, that you will go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That would really help me to grow. And if you engage with me and just help push another person out, let's like start pushing each other out, even in the comments. Let's start supporting each other. And you know, because I got a work to do. I got work to do, and I got to reach my tribe. So I ain't perfect. If you can get jiggy with somebody that ain't perfect, then connect with me, because I promise you that I am going to get better. But I will promise you for sure that I'm going to be authentic. You saw me at my most vulnerable state. I came on here and showed y'all my ugly when I was fixing my hair. When my hair was sticking up, I just got out the bed pretty much. I showed y'all what I normally would only show my family. So y'all my family now. Y'all my squad. If you watching and you still rock with me, you're my squad. Because only my family get to see me ugly. But I just got to a point where I'm starting to not really care that much about what other people think, really. In some ways I do, of course, who don't? But I'm talking about, like, I'm not going to let it stop me no more. And I'm here for you. And I just want you to know I am a ordained evangelist. I'm a prayer warrior. So if you need something, don't be afraid to reach out. Reach out in those comments. Reach out. And we're going to start something. We're going to see. We're going to start something that's going to help elevate each other. If you feel led to donate to the cause for me to get it together, then feel free. But it's not that you have to. It's just more if you feel led to donate, to sow into my life. I am at one of the lowest places, but I'm okay. But as far as financially, I am doing what I can, and I'm gonna keep fighting. But if I had help, that'd be great. A lot of my belongings is still in my car, or that car that I gotta go get Monday. So, you know, we need housing still. Cause I got the roommate. It's her house, but I still don't feel quite secure yet. I feel more secure if the rent was paid for January, but it's like, you know, it's been rough. I'll just say that. It's been a time, but I also have matured in the faith way more than what I had before. So that's why I really agree, and it resonates with me, the scripture. It was good that I had been afflicted, because if I hadn't, then I would still have these traits that God has been holding me back, that God has been trying to deliver me from. So yeah, just, and if you don't feel led or don't want to, it's no pressure. You can just subscribe and just show your support like that. And this is just for people that may have a little extra and you feel like called to do it. And then I'll put my Cash App and PayPal information in the description of this video. And if you want to, definitely, because your girl can use it. And if you do, and enough people do in the right amount, what I would do with the money is not go shopping. I would go and get me, either if it's enough, I can get my car out of the repo place. And if it's not enough, then if it's enough to go put a payment on another car, I'll do that. Whatever is enough to do, I would do it. I'm grown. I done lost everything already. I'm not interested in going to try to get the latest and greatest. I'm just trying to get up, And I can promise you that you will see improvement in me, especially like I'll be able to be having a better type of setup to do better content when I move into my own home as well. Because right now I am sharing my space with my daughter. She's 30, and the room that we rented, which is still a blessing, like I said, because we were living in the car for 6 months. So, even when they came and took the car, it was unexpected. It was like a week after we moved in, and then we didn't even get a chance to get a lot of our stuff out of the car. I didn't know, because had I known that they was going to come, I wouldn't even moved in, to be honest. So God knew that, and that's why he just had me move on in there, because it was just time to get out of that car. And I do feel better, and God did make the situation better, because even in the car, I was crying out like, God, we need help. And so, I can't complain about the way he helped me, and I know he gonna help me with my transportation situation. I'm gonna make another video about the way God provides for us when we pray, because sometimes it don't happen the way we think. But this video has been very long. I just wanted to definitely start off the year just giving you some real talk and showing you the behind the scenes of somebody's life that's just rebuilding. And thank you for watching. Hopefully you made it to the end of the video, and God bless you. And just comment below, how was 2025 for you?
Speak life, speak hope, speak hope. Even in the waiting, every tear, every prayer.